Yeah, it is, Preston. Here we go again. Amazon first moved into that iconic building back in 2018, but because of the pandemic, we're told that a majority of the nearly 2,000 employees assigned to that specific location have been working from home. Now, that said, those who are still going in, we're told they're going to be put in temporary alternative workspaces. Mixed in with that Friday night foot traffic, security guards patrol the sidewalks of what used to be the old Bon Marché building. Amazon now takes up a few floors, and tonight we know the employees that are reporting to work here won't be doing so anymore, at least for the time being. In the last month, shootings, including one that killed a 15-year-old boy and other crime along 3rd Avenue, has prompted Seattle police to set up one of its mobile precincts. That violence is why the company says it's pulling out. In a statement, Amazon says, quote, "We are hopeful that conditions will improve and that we will be able to bring employees back to this location when it is safe to do so." Tonight, some say things are improving, but remain skeptical.
I would definitely say over the last week and a half, it's felt better with their presence here, but how long can that be consistent for?
KOMO News also reached out to the mayor's office. We're told, quote, Mayor Harrell will continue to develop a comprehensive approach to public safety in collaboration with police and safety advocates, community members, service providers, and businesses, including Amazon, to activate, revitalize, and restore downtown for all.
Well, see, of course, this certainly is a problem on the rise for this community. So the community and several business leaders in that area are coming together to raise money to get their own security.
There was glass all over the street, glass throughout my bar.
Sean Thompson owns Draft Punk in Phinney Ridge and has kept the front door of his bar boarded up more than 2 weeks after it was broken into.
Thanks, sir.
He said only tools and some beer was stolen, but there's much more on his mind.
But it's mostly just that feeling of, somebody just coming in and not really caring about your property or the things that you own and that you've worked hard to get.
Chris Maycutt is a small business advocate with the Phinney Neighborhood Association and says Thompson isn't alone.
It's really all of a sudden in the last literally like 6 weeks, we've had 23 incidents.
Just down Greenwood Avenue North, the same happened to Sip and Ship. And in February, burglars broke into Ken's Market and took off with an ATM. They got in with a stolen forklift. Shayla Iorio's family owns Labels just across the street.
Really scary. Again, just day to day, am I going to walk up here and get the door going to be smashed in, or one of the windows up there going to be smashed in?
Now, to put a stop to the break-ins, business owners in the community are raising funds to hire their own security.
This is just an unarmed guy in a marked car that just drives up and down the business district from maybe midnight to 5.
Maycutt is optimistic things will turn around in the city, but for now feels the neighborhood needs to take matters into their own hands.
They need more cops. We have different regimes in place now, so things will hopefully change eventually, but that's not going to change anytime in the next week.
Mary, those victims will never be the same. They feel like this is a slap in the face. They're having to watch their backs while those suspects are at home.
Your heart just completely sinks.
90 seconds of terror have left a lifetime of trauma for 14 people held up at gunpoint in a robbery scene on this chilling surveillance video.
A lot of people's lives has been impacted by this incident.
Investigators say on February 22nd, in broad daylight, 3 masked robbers busted into the Federal Way pawn shop with guns. They shoved people to lie on the ground, pistol whipped a worker, and even fired a shot. We're protecting this victim's identity. Were you worried that somebody was going to get killed?
Absolutely. I thought someone was going to get shot or killed, 100%. No doubt in my mind. You're never going to know what the feeling is like, not knowing if you're going to get shot or killed at any second.
The same day, detectives caught 2 of the suspects with $24,000 and nearly 100 pieces of jewelry. It turns out they're 15 and 16 years old.
This is unacceptable behavior. Regardless of your age, these are felony crimes, and we're going to keep charging them.
King County prosecutors charged the teens with felony robbery and unlawful possession of a firearm.
What we want to share with the victims is we hear you. We absolutely hear you. What we've done is what we can do. Charge these felony crimes, go before a judge and say, this is very disturbing behavior, and we think these folks need to be held accountable in juvenile detention.
Even though prosecutors pushed to hold them in juvenile detention, Judge Nelson Lee released them on electronic home monitoring as the case proceeds. The two teens don't have any prior cases, but there are concerns they could be connected to more crimes.
Tuesday, armed robbery, and Thursday or Friday, you're at home. Anyone else who wants to tell me that that's justice, I don't think anyone in the world would say that's justice.
I asked the judge why they were released after being charged with a violent crime. His office sent me the statement saying judges and the court are prohibited by the Code of Judicial Conduct from commenting on pending cases. Furthermore, doing so would lead to an appearance of unfairness.
A kid or an adult or whatever says, if I do this action, nothing's going to happen to me.
Crime Stoppers director Jim Fuda says this case exemplifies the frustration investigators have.
There's got to be some accountability or nothing's going to change.
In the meantime, the pawn shop is going to a whole new level of security. You can't get into the store without pulling down your mask. Thank you. They have panic buttons, bulletproof glass is coming, and everyone is now armed. And so is this victim.
I carry a gun with me now all the time because of it, so I can prevent it from ever happening again.
Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.